Hey Marty, I wanted to put together a little video for you. Something you can do at home. All you'll need is a chair. And the best chair is a high-backed kitchen chair or a dining room table chair. Anything where you have as much shoulder and back support as you can get. So I'm going to use this swivel one just to demonstrate, to show a couple angles. We're going to start with a few warm-up stretches and then an activation exercise. So you want to make sure your feet are about hip width on the ground and your body is up nice and straight. You want to keep the head stacked right on the shoulders. The chin's tucked a little bit, kind of creating a double chin effect. If you have that effect, you're doing it perfect. You're going to take the right hand, place it underneath the chair. This is going to anchor the right shoulder. Or pull the right shoulder back and let it sit down while keeping your body nice and even. So you want to have that head again stacked on the shoulders and the belly button drawn in, nice and strong through the core. You're going to take the opposite hand, grab the crown of the head and gently tip the head perfectly to the side. So you want to make sure it doesn't fall too far forward, too far back. Should be right down to the side. And you'll feel a nice stretch, usually from behind the ear all the way down through the shoulder. If you have that stretch, that's perfect. Hold it for about 20 seconds. Then you're going to release and go for the opposite side. So again, hand here, anchoring underside, opposite hand right on top of the head, and you're going to pull the head gently to the side. Again, just until you feel that stretch, and you want to hold it about 20 seconds. Slowly release these exercises. The neck muscles can tend to be a little bit easier to aggravate, so you want to be nice and slow with your stretching. Slow into the stretch and slow release. Another really great exercise, you're going to grab the crown of your head. You're going to look the opposite direction from the arm that you've anchored. Gently tip the head down, right until you feel stretched towards the front of the neck. And again, you hold that for 20 seconds. Opposite side, you're going to do the same thing. Look down, grab the crown of the head, gently drop down. Perfect. You should feel a little bit looser through the neck, and this is a great stretch to do in between or during your workday, where you're at the computer for a long time or even driving for extended periods of time. Perfect way to take a break and just relieve some of the tension that you've built in your neck. The next exercise is going to be more of a back activation. You want to sit up nice and tall, scoot your lower back and hips to the back of the chair, pull in the belly button, look up if you can, pinkies together, arms are at a 90-degree angle, and then you're just going to rotate out, pinching the back muscles, and release. So you want to rotate out, pinch those back muscles, pull in the belly button, try to really extend those arms, and release. You should feel a nice pinch between the shoulder blade and some warmth also in the muscles between the shoulder blade. Perfect. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is an overhead press. You're going to use the weight of your arms as resistance. So pull in the belly button, make sure you're nice and tight up against the back of that chair. You want to bring your elbows out to the side to make sure they're not too far forward or too far back. You can press them back a little bit more, but you want to make sure it's not at the expense of arching your lower back. So pull the rib cage and belly button in. Arms are going to be by your side. And what you're going to do, plank those feet firmly on the floor. Look straight ahead or slightly upward. Extend. So you don't want the fingertips to touch. You're going to go straight up. Release them down. Up. Down. You really want to pinch those shoulder blades at the bottom. So make sure the shoulder blades are working. That muscle that you just warmed up in the activation exercise, you want to pinch through the back. Good. And then you want to do about 15 repetitions of that exercise. 15 repetitions also of the activation exercise. And you want to do 2 sets. So you're going to do the exercise, give yourself a little break for 15 repetitions, a little bit of a break in between, and then do it again, 15 again. And then we'll move on to this next exercise. So I'm going to have you stand up. If you can, find a mirror or even like the window of your oven can help and be useful. You want to be able to watch your form here. So your hands are right out in front, hips go back, drop down, press through the heels, squeeze through the glutes, and come up nice and tall. Really good posture. Hands are out in front, shoulder blades are back, hips go back, chest is open, so you don't want to round through the chest. You want it open, back, and up. Nice. This one's very difficult to get, and we'll definitely practice it a little bit more when I see you again, but give it a try. If your knees are hurting, your back is hurting, your neck is hurting, just stop and we'll work on it. So that's the squat. And again, you're going to do about 15 repetitions or until you can't do the form anymore, and then you'll do another set. So 2 sets, 15 repetitions. All right, next. I'm going to have you calm down on the mat here. Carpet works perfect too. Feet are about hip width apart, palms facing on the ground, head is resting. You're going to push through the hip, rock back, and then release. And again, pull in the belly button, push through the hip, up, and release. Perfect. So you're going to do 15 repetitions of that, rest, and then do 15 more. Pulling the belly button in, drop the top hip bones down, curl under, and then release. Perfect. So that's the hip lift. It works the abs and the glutes. You might feel your lower back a little bit, which is okay, but if it's too much tension, then you want to rest, readjust, try to roll those hips back as much as you can. If it's still not working, then move on to the next exercise. So the next exercise we're going to do is for marching. You're going to pull in your belly button, roll those hips under, just like you did at the beginning of that hip lift, except this time we're going to lift one leg and release. Lift the opposite and release. And just go as far as your body will allow. If the body's not going to let the leg come all the way back, not a problem. Just pull back as far as your body will allow. You want to try to keep the toes back, so you don't want to point your toes on this one. Keep them back. And release. Belly button in. Scoop those hips. Adjust. Up. And back. And if you're feeling it through here, through the lower abs and the hips, you're doing perfect. That's exactly where you want to feel it. If you're feeling it too much in the hips, kind of adjust. Roll the back. Rock it back under again. And try again. Again, if it's not working, just let it rest. The next stretch we'll do, grab the knee, and this is after you're all done with your workout. And just pull it gently over to the side. You want to make sure you anchor with the opposite arm. And you should feel a nice stretch all the way, mostly down through the hip, but you can sometimes feel it up into the leg. Hold that for 20 seconds, release. Same thing, bring that opposite hand down and out. I have a wall in my way, but you should have a little bit more room. And you're going to bring it across. Perfect. Feel that nice stretch. The next stretch we'll do, if you can, bring the knee in as far as your body will allow. Grab the outside if you can. Gently pull diagonally across. So you're pulling this leg diagonally across your body. And you should start to feel a little bit more isolated tension in the hip. And then you'll release. The opposite side, pull it across as far as your body will allow and release. Perfect. You're good to go. So you have a nice complete workout to do. You'll just do those exercises one after another, 2 sets of 15, and then do the stretching before and after. Well, enjoy. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Have a great day.